on the history of Southeast Asia. So everything is under his hand about the complex war of history of our Southeast Asia, Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Myanmar, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and Philippines, Singapore, Australia. These 10 countries we call Southeast Asian countries. And he do research on them. So now come back to our Dhamma talk today. We are here just want to share our gratitude to our master, great master, Venerable Maha Sanga Tipati, Idhimuni. He is great for us, for everyone, not only for the monks. On his 50th anniversary of his Upasambhada. Upasambhada means higher ordination. It means to become a bhikkhu. We have a novice, we have a bhikkhu, samanera and bhikkhu, novice and Upasambhada, novice and higher ordination. From his biography you have heard already, but July 21st, 2018, he was selected as a president of the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society in USA. And why? Why we have this organization or association? Back to the 70s, you travel around the United States or to Cambodia or to the Australia or to the Europe or to some other parts of the world. USA monks, I mean Cambodian monks who live in USA, from which state, from which temple, they just their own. It looks like they are isolated themselves. It looks like they are only themselves. Many people just know their own monks. You know, just if you're from California, from Long Beach, you just know the monk from Long Beach. If you are from Washington State, you just know the monk from Washington. If you are from Philadelphia, you just know the monk from your own temple. And they are not cooperated. They are not working together. For example, for today, the 3 events happen today. If only the Munisotaram monk and the committee, the board member, this event cannot be possible like this. Because many things have to must prepare before this ceremony. Many monks from different states, from Cambodia, from Cambodia, from Canada, from France, come to join us, come to have this decoration. Not only Cambodian monks, but also Sri Lankan monks, Thai monks, Laos, they also join us. Nepal. This is only one point. Why we selected and why we found this association, the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society. Because we see that the Cambodian monks live separately. Also Cambodian people who live different states, different places, different cities. They just by their own. It is not easy to collect many hundred monks together. If you experience the Sima boundary celebration in Jacksonville, Florida in 2003, if you think of the Sima boundary ceremony in this temple in 2007. If you see back to the Oregon Sima boundary in 2015, it is difficult, not easy to see a lot of monks together. But after the CBMS was found, it is not difficult. There are lots of monks from various places, various states. This is first one because of CBMS, the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society in USA. And the second one because of our master. He is great, he is generous, he is kind. Simply, you know why we selected him? 2018, I went to Thailand, Burma, India and Nepal with him. And we had a very big trouble. I just remind you only one thing. I share with you only one thing. We had very big trouble. Because when Watt booked the ticket for us, just only transfer, international transfer, but only 1 hour. The time frame just 1 hour and transfer international flight. We have to check out and check in again. And not buying check luggage. So we are like 25 people. 1 people have to check back. And also all tickets totally canceled. We cannot rebook. We cannot do anything. We had to pay everything again from Myanmar to Thailand, and then from Thailand we cannot find a ticket from Thailand to India. We spent 24 hours. Let the people stay in the airport, in Suvarnabhumi airport. The Venerable Master, the Guru Jomujat, and I travel around Bangkok from airport to another airport, from Suvarnabhumi to Don Mueang, from Don Mueang to every place around the Bangkok area to find the travel agency. Every travel agency cannot issue ticket for us. Finally, we found one. Luckily, but they did not accept cash. I mean dollars. They did not accept credit card. They did not accept anything, just only Thai baht. And then we asked them to hold on, and we going to find somewhere for money change, and for 25 people. And then we eat the street food. Yeah, we walk and eat the street food. Finally, we got everything. We eat even the 1 plate of street food. During this time, 24 hours or more than 24 hours, I don't see any aggressive mood. I don't see any thing happen to our master. He just willingly to do, willing to help, willing to patient the people, patient the monk, and all the people. Never blame anybody. Just try to solve the problem together. When I come back, and I meet all the senior monks. I am just a bridge between the young monk and the senior monk. So they trust in me a lot. I just appreciate myself also. So I just bring them and say, hey, master, because he is the one can be our leader. I have many things to do, many things to say about him, because I worked as the Secretary General for him for how many years, from 2018 until now. I learned a lot from him. I see a lot about his behavior and sacrifices. But it is just only one thing. He is very calm, serene, and he is responsible, no blaming to others, flexible, and great master for us. That's why we are here together. Thank you for your attention. I wish you get this experience with us. Inaugurate.
Thank you. So I want to waste more time. So next, I'm going to invite Venerable Munisotaram to deliver his Dhamma talk on the auspicious surroundings. So please. Thank you.
សូមអនុមោទនានមស្ការអរគុណព្រះយស my homage and veneration to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. My high respect to Preah Maha Sanga Tipati, Idhimuni the abbot of Watt Munisotaram, and also the president of the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society in USA, CBMS. Thank you so much for having us today. As most honorable guys up here have been mentioning that today's Dhamma talk is a little bit surprise for all of you, and I think would be the very first time ever for a Cambodian Buddhist monastery to host the Dhamma talk in English, and it is actually a need. It's not just something we want to do, but it is really a need and a requirement for our community, because we live in the United States of America, where English is command, where English is a must, right? No matter if we senior generation, we have been through a lot, and we have been living in the United States for decades, yet we are lacking human resources, especially for the Cambodian monks, to be able to explain Dhamma, to propagate the teachings of the Buddha, and also to propagate the culture of our Cambodian forefathers. We have very great culture. We are very rich in culture and history, and it is one of the most ancient country in Southeast Asia. Nevertheless, right here on this land of opportunity, we lack a lot of human resources. That is why today, right now, it is very needed than ever before. We need our monks to step forward and to be able to accept challenges. You know, otherwise, if we don't accept challenges, we're not going to change. There will be no change for our society. So we must learn to adapt to the situation, to the current situation. And right here, as you witness that, most of our lay devotees, even though we are Cambodian, but not only one ethnicity. We have Cambodian American, even most of them don't speak Cambodian, you see. And when they come to the temple, they don't understand what the monks are doing. They only hear the monks are chanting, talking, and people say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. But if you ask them, what did the monk just chant? What did the monk just did, just do? So they have no idea. They've been seeing that often, again and again, repeatedly. But when they are asked from their foreign colleagues or classmates, when we go to your temple and the monk just keep praying, and we keep saying sadhu, what does that mean? What is the main teaching of Buddhism? And what is the root, the culture of Cambodian, So this is something that we need to build more human resources in order to spread this information. If we want to promote peace to the world, of course, language is very needed. And most of the time, language is also become a barrier for our young generation because they don't grab with the language easily. That's why I think if we can be able to include during any religious rituals, religious ceremony like today, we have conducted very sacred 3 events in Watt Munisotaram. But most of the time we only speak Khmer. But other than that, we don't really have Khmer here. You see a lot of foreigners are participating too. So if we don't give them a chance to understand what we are doing, it's like we're not, everyone is not being included. So So that's why I think this is something that the shortcoming, what we are lacking of. So today, because of the requirement for all of our monks to step forward and deliver the Dhamma talk in English, of course we want to talk a lot about the Khmer culture, about Cambodian Buddhism, but specifically we also want to focus about the three main events that are being conducted in Watt Munisotaram. As you heard that the first one is the inauguration ceremony of the Great Gate. As you see, it became the symbol of Watt Munisotaram. Before you enter into the temple ground, you have to pass by the main entrance, which is the Great Gate, donated by Maha Tang Hieng Sun, his wife and the family. They are the main donors, along with our lay devotees who have been part of the contribution. So we appreciate this great gate not only represent the gate of the Buddhist temple, but it is showing like a showcase to the living art of Cambodian history. It also represents the ancient tradition of our Khmer architect, very precious, decorated with red and gold color, very shining, very glorious. It can capture the mind of everybody who just drive past, to appreciate and embrace the unique, stunning beauty of how the Cambodian art is. So this is, as a Khmer people, we are so proud of that. We're really proud of that. And as you hear that yesterday, the monk has just acknowledged that this great gate, not only the biggest one in the United States, but it became the biggest Cambodian great gate even throughout Cambodia. In Cambodia, we never have any, such a big main entrance like the one in Minnesota. So you must be proud of this achievement. It's really great, right? So congratulations. Let's give a big applause, round of applause to this achievement. Yeah, this is the very first ceremony that we have just conducted. Then the second one, the 50 years ordination of monkhood of our President, Preah Idhimuni as Venerable Sanga, the General Secretary of CBMS, has already mentioned that it is really very rare for a Cambodian monk to be in monkhood for such a long period. So he has become Maha. So you know the term Maha means the great elder monk, and we don't really have many in Cambodian Buddhist community. So we have to appreciate and acknowledge, his dedication, his sacrifice, even to be as a monk. It's a shadow of happiness. It already brings a lot of benefit, a lot of happiness to the community, having a great monk reside at your community. So we also, get blessing from just his ordination. So this is the second ceremony that we are conducting. And the last one is the 37 years of establishment of this temple. It's easy to remember. If you don't remember like how many years this temple has been built, you just remember my age. Okay? Yeah, so I have been living for the last 37 years, the same year as the founding year of this temple. So maybe next year I come and celebrate birthday here, right? With the temple celebration. Yeah. So it's not easy to found a temple, but again, it's even harder to maintain the temple, especially to have the temple's activity, because temple is not only a place for monks to live and eat and sleep, but it's a place of a sacred religious worship, and also a center of education, a hospital for mental health, for helping people, those who need with mental health, who want to seek advice, for their mental well-being. So this is the place. Temple is the place to welcome everyone and all, regardless of religious background, regardless of whosoever you are. When you come to the temple, you feel very welcome. You feel like you are home, right? You feel like you're home when you come to the temple. So this is open to the public. It's not only for Cambodian, it's not only for American, but for one and all, for humanity. This is a space to appreciate the cultural diversity, a space for a community where we all can gather and express, our differences. So, a lot of benefit from founding the temple. So you should be all proud, of having the temple here. It's not easy even just to build a small temple like my temple in Hawaii, just 1 acre lot. It's very hard already. So imagine 40 acres of this temple. So even this temple has been very well known as the biggest Cambodian temple in the United States of America. And again, you are very lucky to have Preah Idhimuni, our elder, is very great elder monk, one of the great elder monks in the United States of America, right? Again, now you also another lucky chance that you have built another greatest or biggest, Buddhist gate in the United States of America. So all are very lucky even coming together. So, but I don't want to go further about this retreat because I have been requested just to conclude my speech with our one of the very main activity that we have been doing through CBMS, through the Cambodian Buddhist Monk Society in USA. For the last 5 years, we have achieved so many great benefits to our Cambodian Buddhism, to our Cambodian people around the world, not only in the United States, but also in Cambodia. So I would like to raise only about the International Tipati Chanting Ceremony. It is such a great event, and it is very rare for us to be able to become a host, a chief organizer of this very event. But because we have this organization, we have Cambodian Buddhist Temple Society, where we work together, we united all Cambodian monks around the United States, that altogether we have 140 Cambodian temples in the land of America. Have you known that? Everybody? How many of you know that? See, you don't even know how many Cambodian temples in the United States. Since we found this CBMS, we have the statistic that altogether we have 142 Cambodian temples throughout the United States and around 400 Cambodian monks. Yeah, this is the number. At least you remember this for today, okay? Yeah, and then with this community work, when we come together, we can do something even better. We can make something more, better achievement with with joining hands from all the monks around the state and Cambodia. So luckily, in 2023 and 2024, for 2 years, we have been assigned as the chief organizer to host the International Tipati Chanting Ceremony in India, right? How many of you have been there? India, raise your hand if you've been to India. And how many of you have participated in this event? I think maybe people outside also used to participate. So for the last 2 years, 23 and 24, we have completed by organizing the International Tipati Chanting Ceremony. And this event can be happen because there is also another institution which is founding of this council known as the IPCC, International Tipati Chanting Council. So in India, they have this institution where local temples around Bodh Gaya. Bodh Gaya is the enlightened place of the Buddha, and the founding members has altogether 11 Theravada Buddhist countries who located around Bodh Gaya area, the place of the Buddha enlightenment. And then, because of their appreciation to the CBMS, to the Cambodian monk who lives in the United States, they witness, they know that our monks have more experience in the Buddhist teaching. Our monk has, enough human resources in order to organize, in order to lead this ceremony. Then they decided to choose Cambodia to be the chief organizer, to host this event on the land of the Buddha. It is very sacred land, right? For our, Buddhist community, Bodh Gaya Enlightenment Place is the most sacred places for our Buddhists around the world. So it's a great chance that we've been, invited to become the chief organizer for 2 years. Then under our organization and also under the leadership of Preah there are around 5,000 monks participated in that event, and more than 5,000 lay people, all Buddhists around the world, at least 50 countries have flown to the event, participated in the event. So we have more than 10,000 participants in that celebration, the International Tipati Chanting Ceremony held in India for 2 years. And let me just wrap up shortly, I don't want to waste more time. Actually, we have published this small booklet. If you happen to walk by the table at the gift shop over there, you can take one. This is a gift for everyone. You can take. This is a booklet mentioning all our activities, our committee or subcommittee. We've been making like a community in order to organize the whole event. So, so everything is in here. If you want to read more about it, please take the book. In summary, what we have done so far in the International Tipati Chanting Ceremony, one benefit of that, is to let the world know who we are. As Cambodian monks, Cambodian Buddhism, we need to spread the word to the world. We need to voice to the world, So we still lack of the missionary monks to spread the teachings in international stage. But at least for the past 2 years, we have been able to do so. So we have voice to the world that we Cambodians could do it. We all can do it when we come together as a Cambodian Buddhist monk. So we have voice to the world, so the world knows that, we Cambodians also have human resources, also have monks. Even our monks still young, they're not very senior or full of experience, but at least we come and work together to make that event possible. So this is one of the great achievements from the CBMS under the leadership of Preah Idhimuni. And again, we also have, build more relationship, good communication with the international Buddhist community around the world that join at least 50 countries who have participated in that very event. So it's a good chance that we have, united and come to work together with the international Buddhist community around the world. I think this is something that really, worth spending time with. And for the future to come also, we, our monks, especially the CBMS Cambodian monks, we will continue and work together to propagate the teachings of the Buddha and also to convey the message of peace and wisdom to the world. Other than that, also not to forget to bring, the prosperous Cambodian culture from long history to the world to appreciate it. Like what you all have been doing here and what we all have been coming here to get today is also to participate in the 3 great events of Watt Munisotaram. It was, showing to the world about the great culture of our Cambodian ancestors and the living history, of our monks from generation to another. So I hope that through my brief mention about everything that we've been discussed so far, at least I would like all of you to pay attention that what we are doing here today is not only for ourselves, not only for this generation, but for many generations to come. You have to think about your children as well, right? You come into the temple, not expect only merit for yourself, not only doing good deed for yourself, but for your family and especially for your young generation to understand what you are doing. They may have been asked you why we come to the temple, why we do this, why we do that, why the monk shave head, why the monk wear this kind of color, this robe, you know, a lot of questions. So temple is a place to answer all of that, but you have to learn, not just come to join the ceremony, say sadhu and go back. You will not improve by just doing that. But you come to the temple, take a chance to learn, to listen, to practice the teachings of the Buddha. Okay? So finally, my message, I would like to just a piece of message to everyone. Despite the situation we've been facing so far, the tension because of the problem between Thailand or Cambodia, the tension, you know whatever happening in the world right now, a lot of countries are fighting each other, right? So at least we have to cultivate our mind to maintain balance and peace. If we want the world to have peace, it must start from ourselves. So you yourself learn to be patient, learn to train your mind to stay calm, relax, and try to practice mindfulness meditation, listening to the teaching of the Buddha, and especially apply the teachings of the Buddha into your daily life. There and then we can build peace from yourself, start from yourself, and then generate this peace, loving kindness, compassion, and wisdom to those around you, to Cambodian community, to all international community around the world, to be at peace. So I would like to end my Dhamma talk today. Sorry for any mistake because of the short time. So I would like to wish all of you the best of luck.
Are you hungry? Okay, we have 1 minute to get out of this. So, just to be informed, or maybe a question to all of you, how many of you know when and who was the first Cambodian monk arrived in the United States of America? So, just to keep this in mind, I will answer when it is appropriate. So, our first Cambodian monk arrived in the US in 1954. 1954, 71 years ago. Okay? And then our king of monks is, according to my professor, in 1960, his name is Watt. He came to the United States. And then, so from 1960, 1970, so it was the beginning. And then 70s, you all know, it was the darkest period for Cambodia. It is so sad, it has been killed. But we don't have many Cambodians in the United States, and we don't have many monks. From 1975 to 1979, we only have a few monks. We only have hundreds of, according to the state document, we only have 800 Cambodian family members who couldn't go back, diplomats, students. So they were stranded in America. So that's when 1976, that's when they were discussing and start to build the temple. That was the beginning. So we built the temple before the Khmer Rouge collapsed in 1979. So that is our beginning. And then in 1980, during the refugee crisis, and that is the booming of the, I wouldn't say boom, it's a crisis, a refugee crisis from the border to here. You ask your ancestors, you will learn of that. And how many of you went through the refugee camps and know how many monks and how many temples were there? So America document all of that. I don't have time to tell you all of that, but I know how many monks and how many temples were at the refugee camps. I was born after that, but I know. So this is just a brief. And then I am not a historian, but I am a historian to be. So when you see me, don't call me a historian. So this is just a touching point of it. So, and then also, we were all not born in America. I was not born in America. I wasn't born as a native speaker, so we don't have the accent that you might want to hear. So please forgive us. And I myself too, it took me more than 30 years to learn this crazy English. So forgive us and then keep your faith and then trying to be united and then keep our roots deeper, push it deeper, and then pass it on to the next generation. So this is all. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm very grateful for all of your support. I just, as a monk, I wouldn't survive without your support. And I'm really grateful for that. So thank you for supporting us as a monk. And not just me. And if you see any monks, if you see our younger generation monks, please help to support them to study more English so they can, build the bridge or connect the bridge from you to your next generation and from us to the next generation. So this is all. I wish you all happy, be prosperous, and stay healthy. So the Dhamma talk is ended officially. A1. So Anamodani.